Hold on. We live, bro. Welcome to Gator Swag 247, the swagged up community. And y'all know that sauce stay dripping. Orange and blue style. Gator style. Yes, sir. And tonight, I got my boy, GatorBoy, Thomas. Yes, sir. We finna get it in tonight. We finna chop it up. Now, GatorBoy, I got some questions.
What's up?
How you feeling about this new style going forward?
I feel pretty good about him. Um, Coach John, I feel like he gonna bring Gator Nation back to where it need to be.
That
Start
was up.
winning championships and stuff.
All right. Now with Coach Buster Faulkner becoming our new offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah.
What what quarterback you feel can lead us back to Gator greatness? Me personally, I feel like Tramel Jones is pretty good. We already got him on deck. But the
Mm.
thing is, Aaron Follow knows the system. So how you feel? Because all these quarterbacks got to be developed. Even Will Griffin.
Yeah. Um, I feel like you said with Jones, I feel like he a good option.
Mhm.
Only thing I got with him is he ain't really got that many reps like he should. But he is a good quarterback. Cause after what I seen against I mean, he only played one full game. Was at the beginning of the season with LIU. I mean, he
Yeah,
did good, but I couldn't really tell off of that game because LIU wasn't that big of an opponent. But when he got in with the Kentucky, he made some things happen with his legs. He a very accurate passer. So with him coming in next this upcoming season, I feel like he'll make a better situation for the Gators.
mm,
Now with Will Griffin, I do believe. I mean, I watched it. I watched the young man highlights. He got a cannon on him. He could throw
I
that
heard
ball.
that.
I don't know too much about the quarterback from Georgia Tech, but he do know the system because they bringing in the OC from Georgia Tech. So I'm excited to see what he do for the Gators.
And I ain't gonna lie, Coach Faulkner, he's great. I mean, I watched them, and with Georgia Tech, they gave Georgia a run.
Oh
They
yeah,
just couldn't figure it out at the end. But I feel like he's gonna turn this Gator train around when he come over here and run this offense for us. Because I feel like let's just keep it real. We should have kept DJ Ladway. Let's just keep it a book. I understand he threw a lot of interceptions, but you got to understand his
Mhm.
development wasn't on point.
Yeah.
Now, with this new system up under Coach Faulkner, DJ Ladway would have been great. Let's just keep it real, because everybody that's
Oh yeah.
coming in and that's on board already got to be developed.
Yeah.
So why not roll with somebody that was already kind of developed? Because you seen him in 2024, how he ended the season. We ended the season 8-5, and we knocked off Tulane, coach,
Yeah.
coach John Sumrall team that is. And then another thing that I see, Gator Nation, we get a lot of these coaches out of here because we so impatient as a nation.
Yeah.
And we don't give these coaches time to get their players in here fully.
Yeah.
Now, with Coach Napier, that's another one. I know a lot of folk didn't like it. But the thing is, though, bro, like Coach Napier, he knew how to recruit and he knew how to get talent in. But the thing was, his first 2 years, he was dealing with the situation with Dan Mullen not getting recruits in.
Yeah.
So Gator Nation pretty much got tired of him in year 3. And by the time his players started coming in, they were done with him. Now, how you feel about that?
Um, well, I
Honestly,
look
now,
at it.
honestly.
I look at it like this: we don't have some great coaches. We don't have some bad coaches.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it started once. Urban Meyer left, and they brought in Will Muschamp. I'm like, okay. our defense was solid up under
Mm-hmm.
Will Muschamp. Our defense was A1, but I don't really know I do kind of know the whole situation with him. He wasn't winning games and he'll getting beat by Georgia. That seemed like that's the main thing with the AD at Florida. You got to beat Georgia. We don't care what you do, whatever, as long as you beat Georgia. That's not
Facts.
acceptable. That's not acceptable in Gainesville. And
Mm-hmm.
then you brought in Will Muschamp and that whole situation right there. I mean, he did good his first year, but it seemed like his second or third year, like I don't know what happened. Like he got fired during the Georgia game during halftime, and all these speculations start coming out like he was gambling, he had death threats and all that. So, and then you brought in Dan Mullen, which me personally, that was my coach I like having for Florida. He knew the system, he knew what to bring to Gator Nation. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, he didn't want to recruit.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you that one. I understand that was your boy, but he didn't want to recruit and make us better moving forward.
Yeah, and I understand his loyalty with his staff, but that's another thing that got him up out of there. His loyalty to his staff, called Todd Grantham. The defense was just playing all over the place. They wasn't getting lined up. They were getting beat every play, and like I don't know what was going through their mind. Like every time the offense got ready, the defense still trying to find out where to line up at. So, and then they brought in Coach Billy Napier. Now, I don't know. I didn't like again. I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about Coach Napier until he got there. And like everybody gonna say, one of the nicest men you will ever meet. One of the coolest guy you ever meet. He just the first year we didn't really expect him to do too much. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
his second year, like okay, you got to do better than the first year, and he didn't. But his third year, the boys they start playing for him.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the season, I'm like, okay, maybe this is the spark that Florida needed to jump start 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened between the off season until the new season 2025. We came in, played LIU. I already knew that was going to be a win for us. Then after we lost to USF, then Miami, then LSU, it just started dropping like fly. Like, what's going on? Then he talking about the play calling. That's not your strong point. That wasn't a
That's true.
strong point.
Now, what was really going on was injuries. I mean, DJ
Yeah.
Ladway was banged up. And you know, Gator Nation needs a QB1. Now, I've been rooting for QB1 since Emory Jones, AR, Anthony Richardson. And, you know, we hit DJ Ladway, and I felt like we hit a gold mine because he showed us last year what he can do. It just was the injury. And the
Mm-hmm.
thing that got me was if the coach going to sit here and ask you, who are you as a player, you should not run away from the table. You should let him know that, hey, I'm DJ Ladway. You know what I bring to the table. There's no question about it. But for him to sit there and just want to leave because the coach asked him, what do you bring to the table? Like, seriously? Like, how you feel about that situation?
Well, with DJ, it's like you say, he came in, he showed us how to he showed Gator Nation what he can do his first year. And a lot of people, I don't think they understand when a freshman come in, of course they gonna show out because they want that starting
18.
position. They want that starting position. Just like you said with Emory Jones and Anthony Richardson. When Emory Jones was started quarterback, Anthony Richardson came in, started showing out. Everybody wanted AR-15, but then when he got that chance, he didn't show up. He showed up his first year somewhat, but then after that, it started dying down. Like it's a lot of games he played in. I felt like he didn't play because he didn't want to get hurt, which I understand. You don't want to get hurt, but you're not putting the right formula together on the field to win games.
That's facts.
And with DJ, I don't know. I don't understand why Billy Napier didn't really why he played DJ. If he was hurt, if he ain't get no reps during the off season, why play him? I mean, I understand that you got a backup, but I mean, if DJ ain't getting no reps during the off season, he shouldn't have been playing. He should have been trying to get his reps up. Cause when he did get his reps, he made things happen on the field.
Now,
And
my bad, go ahead.
and a lot of those games, I felt like he really just he just want this to be over with at some point.
Mm-hmm. Now, the reason why he had DJ in there playing because he was trying to save his job.
Yeah.
He was doing it by any means necessary to keep himself in Gainesville. And if that took putting DJ on the line or hurting his career, he ain't killed. Now that right there bothered me. I like the Coach Napier, but that bothered me because if you're gonna sit here and put this young man career on the line just to save your job, and you know he hurt, and you got a backup that's pretty decent, that could be great, and you're gonna drag this along through the season. Now, don't get me wrong; these boys fought hard for Coach Napier when he was here.
Oh yeah.
When they fired him after that Mississippi win, why would you fire Coach after a win? I understand everybody wanted him gone, but they built that momentum up going into that Georgia game, and Georgia felt that that was the last fight we had until we played for Florida State. Now, how you feel about that situation?
Yeah, after they fired him after the Mississippi State game, yeah, them boys, they like you said, they put that fight in during the Georgia game and the Florida State game, cause the other game they just say, man, forget this. I'm just ready for the season to end.
Yep.
And I understand cause the defense are playing good the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I really honestly believe that Florida had a championship defensive team that can go out there and win the game. Cause we hung around with a lot of these top 10 teams.
Exactly.
Cause we hung around with Miami all the way to the fourth quarter. Then everything just went down the drain. LSU, same thing. Georgia, they cheated us. They cheated us during that game right now. So, but
yeah,
that's
because they
enough.
always trying to take our star every year.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was just I don't even know. Billy Napier, they fought for that man. They love their coach, and I understand, but it was just time for him to go.
You still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we went back live.
Okay.
Something went wrong then, but you go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know what happened with that whole situation. It's like, yeah, they played for him, but then again, I feel like one game they I think it's I guess the Mississippi State game. I don't know what happened right there at the end. Seemed like they didn't want to win.
It kind of felt that way. It did. I ain't gonna lie about that. So I agree with you on that one. Like they kind of had tapped out then, but from some odd reason, it favored for us to win that game.
Yeah,
when they did caught the interception.
Yeah, when he caught the interception, like it seemed like they got mad about it. I'm like, what's going on? Which we already knew that was gonna be Billy Napier somewhere down the line, his last game, regardless. But that was just crazy.
I ain't gonna say they want to throw him up under the bus. I ain't gonna throw that out there and say they were just ready for him to be gone. I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, they really loved him now. I felt like Strickland feels as if he missed out on a Gator coach. I don't like to use the word dog, but we know what they mean by when they say you got the dog in. But we use the word Gator. We got the Gators in us. They feel like they missed out on that opportunity with Coach Napier because he was too nice. So they feel like with Coach John Sumrall, they kind of made up for that. Because when we hired Coach Napier, it was kind of in the era of, 2020 when all that was going on, a little bit after that. So no, not 2020. I'm sorry. It was when the NIL era started. So there was like a trial run for them with Coach Napier. But he was getting the job done because like all this talent didn't leave. I understand a couple people done jumped the ship. But it is what it is with them. But he brought talent. Now with Coach John Sumrall, this team is still set up right for him to make some noise in 2020 with this year. Let's just go and say 2026 this year. Because he feels as if, just as well as all of us should feel, we can make the playoffs. Now, how you feel about that situation moving forward?
Yeah, I do feel like we can make the playoffs up on the John Sumrall and with him coming in and got the talent that Billy Napier brought to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He got the right guys to do something. But yeah, we got some players, a good bit of players leaving, but a lot of them is not starters. I want to say we probably got probably 13 or 14 starters that left.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, it hurt me when I seen Eugene Wilson in the third going. I ain't gonna lie about that one. That one hurt me.
I mean, I get you on that one, but just think about it though. Like
He was injury prone though, so he been injured
yeah,
since he stepped on campus.
but you had Dallas Wilson and Vernier Brown come in and just knock you down to number 3,
Oh
just
yeah,
like last year.
oh yeah, and
So
them boys right there gonna be ready.
yeah, I'm glad they signed. Other than Jaden Barr, I'm glad they got Dallas Wilson back because you got to have a top wide receiver. Now we got a dynamic duo with him and VB3. If we can get Jaden Barr back, you got you a running back. The quarterback, only thing the quarterback got to come in and do is manage the game, really.
That's it.
But this offense that they're trying to run, I thought they're looking for a quarterback that can really run the ball more than pass it. But from what I'm hearing, they're looking to do an air raid, kind of like Steve Spurrier back in the 90s. They're trying to get back to that point. The fun and gun offense.
Yeah.
Now, how you feel about that? You think we can get back to that point with this team?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We can get right there. I just hope that we got a good solid line, which I believe we do.
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
that's the main thing. You got to have that foundation first, that line to protect your quarterback. If you don't got that, he gonna be running every game.
That's true. Now we got a lot of linemen coming back, but I still feel like we do need to improve on the offensive line as well as the defensive line.
Yeah.
Because the defensive line needs some work too. I mean, the linebacking core and the safeties and the cornerbacks, they should do their thing. I'm glad my boy Commander McClain came back. I feel like he was gonna come back anyway.
Yeah,
But you know what
most
I felt
definitely.
like hurt us this year?
What's that?
It was a curse. They want to fight against not wearing the jersey number 1. That's legendary.
Oh yeah.
How you X that out? Explain that one to me, my boy. You cannot take away the number 1 jersey and say we're gonna prove that the number 1 jersey don't make us. It makes us because that's how we love that number.
Oh
Every
yeah.
great has worn that number.
Yeah, and you only wear that number if you one of the great ones. And the way I see it, Jada Bond most definitely that one.
Thank you, because I've been saying he needs to change his number from 13 to 1 for the longest.
Oh yeah, he need to remove that 3 and then put that 1 up there. Cause he definitely that number 1 jersey. Most definitely, no question.
Big fat. My boy, I'm sorry about yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them
No, you
days.
good. Hey,
But
I was enjoy the game myself, so hey, it's all good.
But let's speak on that a little bit. Who you feel gonna win this year?
But hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Much as I like to see the Dogs lose, and I do every Saturday, I be praying them boys lose.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like it's gonna be Miami versus Indiana. But only thing I'm gonna say, if Miami got they defense showing up. I don't know what them coaches did, but Keontae Scott, them boys they playing. But Indiana, they got that offense for you, and they got that defense too. But I feel like Indiana I'm not Indiana, but I feel like Miami might pull it off and win it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one because I like their running back and number 10. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Gator, so I don't really be looking into the other boys, but I watch.
For real.
But yeah, And we don't really care for the Canes, but I ain't gonna lie, they look like they might bring it home this year. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, Mendoza and Indiana shocked me how they just walked all over Alabama because I got a couple Bama friends that I've been getting it to and them dogs.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I've been
They
enjoying
been
this
looking
moment
sad all
today.
day.
Yeah, a couple of them been avoiding me, especially them dogs. I'm gonna find them though. But my boy, like with this defense, like I ain't gonna lie, this my first live, especially doing it with somebody, and like
Yeah.
I want to do a little something different moving forward.
Yes,
So I
sir.
want when you came to me, I want to go ahead and bless you and put you on here with me. And I like that swag. Should have hit you with
Oh
that
yeah.
from the beginning, but I was so focused to getting to this point of what we got going on.
Almost
But how
definitely.
you but how you feel about this defense?
Um, you talking about our Gator
Our
defense?
defense. Yeah, I gotta get back to the Gators. I gave them their little shine about the bowl games and stuff.
Um, I feel like that we're gonna be all right. We got the leader of that defense, Graham.
Yeah.
He he gonna make sure them boys play on 10 every down. The only thing I will say,
Mm-hmm.
I hope during the off season they practice hurry ups, like when they play against like teams like Tennessee, because Tennessee like to do hurry up offense. I feel like the Gator defense need to at least have like 4 or 3 defensive plays memorized. That way they ain't got to worry about looking to the sideline. On the
Mm-hmm.
linebacker can call it out. They know exactly what to get into. Ready to stop the run, stop the pass, or do whatever. Have them be quick with it. But
Yeah, because like I feel like we fell out of touch with being tough. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like this coach gonna bring that him. And like, the team always run off how the coach is. If your coach
yeah,
tough, the team gonna be tough.
yeah.
And if the coach willing to run through a wall, we're gonna run through a wall behind him.
Oh yeah, most
And
definitely.
and I feel like Coach John Sumrall said some of the right things, and I feel like he making some great moves for us to be great going into 2026 and moving forward. But a lot of folks still want to hold him accountable for being the next Billy 2.0. I mean, like I be watching, and I be in the chat rooms and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I be getting the business. I be like, why y'all want to call this man the next Billy 2.0 because he come from a G5 school? I mean, he is a winner. Yeah, I get that, but still though, he come from a G5 school. I said that don't always matter, especially with this NIL in effect. Like a lot
Yeah.
of these teams getting some dogs on their team. I use that in that perspective, but a lot of these teams, they getting team players from the SEC, Big 12, all them other conference. I'm an
Mm-hmm.
SEC guy, I don't really be caring about them other conference, but we've been struggling. And Ole
Yeah.
Miss is the only hope that we got in order for the SEC to win a championship. It's been 3 years since the SEC brought a championship home? Going on 4? I think the
Yeah.
past, yeah, that got to end. And I don't feel like Ole Miss going to end it.
No.
Now I'm gonna
No.
tell
Yeah.
you how I feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and then you follow up with me. It's the Gators. The SEC is not great without Florida. Let's just keep that real. We tied up with Georgia with 3 rings apiece, but Georgia didn't,
Mm-hmm.
didn't get them until after 40 years, and they're still on a high. I don't blame them. It takes you 40 years to get a championship ring. I'll still be on the high too if it been finna be 3 years now that I hadn't won. But how
Mm-hmm.
you feel about that?
Yeah, you're right about Florida. Florida is SEC. You can't mention the SEC without Florida. Um, you just can't do it.
Uh,
Cause I'm hoping they get back to the point where teams are afraid to play the Gators. Cause right now they looking at the Gators just a one more team.
a win on the schedule.
Yep,
That's
they
how they look
just
at it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm
that's how
tired
they
of
look.
it.
And yeah, and I ain't gonna say it's embarrassing because it ain't called like us, especially us true Gator fans.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna ride with the Gators till the wheels fall off. Win, lose, or draw. We gonna ride
Yes,
with them.
sir. Yes,
That
sir.
that's just point blank period. But Georgia, they most definitely that team now. Up on Smart, he he got them boys. He got them boys right now. He did get some players from the transfer portal. This because he just didn't finish it last night. But it's the same thing with Alabama. I mean, they was that team up under Nick Saban. They ain't that team no more.
No, they ain't. They sure like.
But with our
They
new
gonna call
coach,
Nick Saban back quick.
oh yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he gonna come off with college game day like, hey, you running my program to the ground.
Exactly. They want the boat gone out of there.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, my boy, I was trying to see how they were gonna pop tonight. I told you. Like I'm on two different platforms as well. I'm on Facebook, I do YouTube,
Yeah.
and I'm also on TikTok.
Okay.
So like if you want to follow me, man, just follow me on TikTok. I do stuff on there as well. I pop more on there than I do over here. So I'm trying to figure this thing out over here. So that's why I was doing
Oh,
this little.
I feel you.
But I
Most definitely.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate you turning in tonight and showing up for me.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And you and the fam, man, y'all have a blessed one. And when
You
I
too,
decide
man.
to do another live, man, I'll let you know, bro.
Oh yeah, just let me know anytime you ready. I'm ready. Hey, speak on Gators 24/7.
All day, 24/7. That's
Yes,
all
sir.
stay dripping. That's all stay dripping orange and blue.
Yes, sir.
You take it easy, brother.
You too, man.
All right. I'm out.